The Chevrolet Camaro for the 2026 model year represents a pivotal and transformative chapter in the storied lineage of this American icon, a vehicle that meticulously balances its ferocious, performance-oriented heritage with the uncompromising demands of a new automotive era defined by electrification, digital integration, and sophisticated luxury. This iteration is not merely a facelift but a comprehensive re-engineering from the ground up, built on General Motors' advanced, modular BEV3 platform, which it shares with vehicles like the Lyriq and Celestiq, signaling the Camaro's definitive leap into a fully electric future while vehemently preserving the visceral soul that has defined it for generations. The design philosophy, termed electrified heritage, masterfully translates the classic Camaro silhouette, the long hood, fastback roofline, and muscular haunches, into a language of aerodynamic efficiency and futuristic presence. The front end, devoid of a traditional grille due to the lack of an internal combustion engine's cooling needs, features a striking illuminated light bar that seamlessly integrates with the signature dual-element daytime running lights, a modern callback to the classic hidden headlight models of the late 60s. This light bar pulses gently during charging, adding a layer of interactive communication. Below, an active aerodynamic shield optimizes airflow to the sealed underbody and to the strategic channels that cool the battery pack and powerful front trunk or frunk. The side profile is arguably the most dramatic, with a sharply chiseled character line that runs from the front wheel arch, rising through the doors and culminating at the trailing edge of the rear fender, creating a powerful sense of forward thrust even at a standstill. The doors now feature flush-mounted handles that present themselves upon the driver's approach, while the roofline, available in either a fixed panoramic glass roof or a more traditional steel panel, flows into an integrated carbon fiber rear spoiler that is both a styling cue and a functional element generating meaningful downforce at high speeds. The rear end is dominated by another full-width light bar, its intricate internal patterning reminiscent of circuit boards, flanked by aggressive air outlets and a pronounced diffuser element that houses no exhaust pipes but instead channels air cleanly away from the underbody battery tray. The wheel options range from standard 20-inch forged aluminum alloys with an aerodynamic cover to optional 21, or even 22-inch carbon fiber wheels, shod with bespoke, summer-only performance tires developed in partnership with major rubber manufacturers, featuring a compound and tread pattern optimized for the instantaneous torque delivery of electric motors. The heart of the 2026 Camaro's performance lies in its state-of-the-art ULTIUM drive electric powertrain, which is offered in 3 distinct configurations, each bearing a historically significant nameplate but with entirely new meaning. The entry-level model is simply the Camaro Electric, featuring a dual-motor, all-wheel drive setup with a combined output of 450 horsepower and 500 lb-ft of torque, powered by a 102 kWh ULTIUM battery pack that provides an estimated range of 320 miles on the EPA cycle. This model achieves 0 to 60 miles per hour in a blistering 3.8 seconds, redefining the concept of base model performance. The next tier is the Camaro SS Electric, which utilizes a performance-tuned version of the dual-motor system, now producing 600 horsepower and an earth-shattering 650 lb-ft of torque, coupled with a larger 120 kWh battery pack that manages 310 miles of range despite the increased power. Thanks to advanced thermal management and regenerative braking systems, the SS sprints from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 2.9 seconds, with a quarter-mile time comfortably in the 10-second range, achieved through a patented war launch mode that preloads the drive units and optimally manages battery temperature and power delivery. The pinnacle is the Camaro ZL1 Electric, a technological tour de force featuring a tri-motor setup, 2 high-revving, high-torque motors at the rear and a third, traction-focused motor at the front. This asymmetric arrangement allows for unprecedented torque vectoring, enabling the car to rotate on its axis with precision that defies physics, and generates a combined 850 horsepower and over 900 lb-ft of torque. The ZL1 is equipped with a track-capable 120 kWh battery with enhanced cooling channels and the ability to sustain peak discharge rates for longer periods, enabling repeated launches and hard laps without significant power reduction. Its estimated range is 290 miles, and it demolishes the 0 to 60 miles per hour run in an astonishing 2.3 seconds, with a top speed governed electronically at 200 miles per hour. All models feature a multi-speed transmission on the rear axle, a first for a mass-market electric performance car, which provides both explosive off-the-line acceleration and sustained high-speed efficiency, seamlessly shifting under immense torque loads without any perceptible interruption in power delivery. The braking system is equally revolutionary, employing a blended system of massive, fade-resistant carbon ceramic brakes, standard on ZL1, optional on others, and a hyper-aggressive regenerative braking system that can be adjusted through steering wheel paddles. The highest regen setting allows for true one-pedal driving even on track. The motor's resistance capable of scrubbing off significant speed while feeding energy back into the battery. The chassis and suspension engineering of the 2026 Camaro represent a harmonious marriage of cutting-edge adaptive technology and driver-focused purity. The foundation is a rigid, lightweight space frame constructed from a mix of high-strength steel, aluminum, and carbon fiber composites, resulting in a torsional stiffness figure that surpasses even some contemporary supercars, providing an impeccably solid platform for the suspension to work upon. The suspension itself is a patented four-wheel independent system with magnetic ride control 5.0, which now reads the road surface 1,000 times per second per damper and utilizes a new magnetorheological fluid with even faster particle alignment, delivering a magical combination of serene highway comfort and tenacious, flat cornering on a circuit. The system is integrated with an air suspension that can raise the car 1.5 inches for steep driveways or lower it by the same amount in its track mode for optimal aerodynamics and center of gravity. The steering is a fully variable ratio, dual-pinion electric power steering system that offers an immense range of adjustment, from a light, comfort-oriented feel for city driving to an incredibly direct and communicative setting for the track, with tactile feedback artificially but convincingly engineered to convey road texture and slip angle. The battery pack, a structural element of the chassis positioned low and between the axles, gives the car a near-perfect 48-52 front/rear weight distribution in the dual-motor models and a 45-55 distribution in the tri-motor ZL1, contributing to a low polar moment of inertia that makes the car feel agile and nimble. Standard on all models is an electronic limited-slip differential for the rear axle, while the ZL1 features the most advanced torque-vectoring rear e-diff available, capable of independently controlling power to each rear wheel with millisecond precision. The driving modes, Tour, Sport, Track, and a customizable My Mode, orchestrate changes to the powertrain, suspension, steering, stability control, and even the synthetic engine sound, which is a carefully curated auditory experience piped in through the cabin speakers and external sounders, ranging from a futuristic hum to a visceral, amplified replica of a classic V8 roar, a feature that can be turned off for pure electric silence. Stepping inside the 2026 Camaro is an experience that feels part fighter jet, part luxury lounge, a dramatic departure from the more driver-centric, analog cabins of its predecessors while maintaining an intense focus on the pilot. The dominant feature is the expansive, curved glass panel that serves as the instrument cluster and infotainment center, a single 36-inch OLED display with 8K resolution that flows from behind the steering wheel to the center of the dashboard, offering flawless graphics and deep, customizable menus. The steering wheel is a flattened, squared-off design, wrapped in microfiber or optional perforated leather, and houses an array of capacitive touch controls, 2 physical rotary dials for drive mode and suspension settings, and a prominent VMAX button on the ZL1 that temporarily overrides all power limits for maximum acceleration. The seats are revolutionary, officially dubbed anatomical performance seats, constructed with a carbon fiber shell and offering 16-way power adjustment with pneumatic bolsters and thigh supports that automatically inflate and tighten when track mode is selected, holding the occupant firmly in place. They are offered in premium leather, recycled microfiber, or lightweight race-spec cloth. The center console is a floating, architectural element that houses the crystal-clear rotary drive selector, a wireless phone charging pad, and physical buttons for critical functions like hazard lights and volume, a welcome tactile respite in the sea of touch interfaces. Ambient lighting, with 64 selectable colors, is strategically integrated into the doors, dashboard, and even the speaker grills of the available 20-speaker AKG Studio reference audio system, which includes haptic transducers in the seats that pulse with bass notes, creating a truly immersive experience. The materials throughout are a statement of sustainable luxury, with available trim including open-pore wood reclaimed from fallen trees, aluminum milled from recycled content, and Dinamica microfiber made from post-consumer plastics. Despite its 2+2 layout, the rear seats are best suited for small children or extra luggage, though they fold flat to expand the cargo area, which, combined with the 10 cubic foot frunk, offers surprising practicality for a car of this nature. The climate control system is tri-zone and utilizes a heat pump for efficiency, while the air filtration system includes a HEPA-grade filter and a sanitize mode that floods the cabin with UV light when the car is unoccupied. The technological and connectivity suite in the 2026 Camaro is arguably as advanced as its powertrain, built upon GM's Ultifi software platform that allows for over-the-air updates to virtually every vehicle module, from battery management calibration to the suspension tuning and infotainment features. The infotainment system is powered by the latest Snapdragon automotive-grade processor, ensuring instant response to inputs, and features deeply integrated Google services, including built-in Google Maps, Assistant, and Play Store, displayed on the breathtaking OLED screen. A complementary smartphone app allows for remote monitoring of charging, preconditioning of the cabin and battery, and even summoning the car from a tight parking spot via low-speed autonomous maneuvering. The digital instrument cluster can be configured in countless ways, from a minimalist display showing only speed and range to a frenetic, data-rich track interface that overlays a circuit map, lap times, lateral g-forces, motor and battery temperatures, and power distribution in real time. The head-up display projects an augmented reality interface onto the windshield, highlighting turn-by-turn navigation arrows directly onto the road, marking the ideal racing line on a known track, and even flagging potential hazards detected by the sensor suite. Speaking of sensors, the car is equipped with Super Cruise, the industry's first true hands-free driver assistance system for over 400,000 miles of compatible highways in North America, now with automatic lane change and trailering support. A full surround vision camera system provides a crystal clear, 360-degree view, while the parking assistant can handle parallel, perpendicular, and even diagonal parking maneuvers automatically. The vehicle's cybersecurity is a paramount concern, with a dedicated hardware security module and frequent, cryptographically signed OTA updates to protect its systems. Charging and energy management are, of course, critical components of the 2026 Camaro's ownership experience. All models come standard with a 19.2 kilowatts AC onboard charger for home charging, capable of adding about 50 miles of range per hour on a compatible Level 2 home station. For DC fast charging, the vehicle supports ultra-fast 350 kilowatts charging, allowing it to replenish from 10% to 80% state of charge in approximately 18 minutes under ideal conditions, a process managed by a highly intelligent battery management system that meticulously controls cell temperature and voltage to preserve long-term health. The navigation system is seamlessly integrated with the charging network, planning longer trips with optimal charging stops that consider factors like current traffic, weather, and even the driver's historical energy consumption habits, preconditioning the battery en route to each charger to ensure it arrives at the ideal temperature for peak charging speed. At home, the car can function as a backup power source for a house during an outage through a bidirectional charging unit, a feature called ULTIUM Home Integration, capable of powering essential circuits for several days. The regenerative braking system's sophistication cannot be overstated. In its most aggressive setting, it can recapture up to 0.35 gs of deceleration force, and it features a unique one-pedal track mode that allows for unprecedented control, enabling drivers to modulate their speed through corners using only the accelerator pedal, a technique that feels alien at first but eventually becomes second nature and remarkably effective. From a safety perspective, the 2026 Camaro benefits immensely from its rigid electric vehicle architecture and low center of gravity. In addition to the expected suite of airbags, including knee airbags and front center airbag, it features a reinforced battery case that acts as a major structural member, absorbing and redirecting crash forces. Advanced driver assistance systems include automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, rear cross-traffic alert with automatic braking, blind zone steering assist, and a new, cornering perception, system that uses side-facing radars and cameras to detect oncoming traffic when pulling out of a driveway with limited visibility. The car's lighting is equally advanced, with laser-powered high-beam headlights that can illuminate objects nearly half a mile away without dazzling other drivers, as they are paired with a dynamic shadow-casting system that selectively dims segments of the beam. In terms of ownership and customization, Chevrolet offers an unprecedented level of personalization for the 2026 Camaro through its Camaro Custom Studio online configurator. Beyond the myriad paint colors, which include heritage hues like rally green and hugger orange reimagined with chromatic flakes, and modern options like stellar black metallic with a color-shifting effect, buyers can select from different brake caliper colors, interior stitching patterns, and even digitally applied vinyl racing stripes that can be changed or removed via an OTA update for the car's configurable lighting signatures. A dedicated, collector edition, is offered at launch, featuring a unique tungsten-flecked paint, numbered badging, and interior trim crafted from the wood of the original GM design center courtyard trees. The warranty covers the battery and electric components for 8 years or 100,000 miles, and includes complimentary scheduled maintenance for the first 3 years, as well as access to a dedicated concierge service for performance driving events and charging support. Ultimately, the 2026 Chevrolet Camaro is a breathtaking and audacious statement, a car that boldly embraces a silent, emission-free future without forgetting the thunderous, gasoline-soaked past that birthed its legend. It is a machine of profound contradictions, immensely powerful yet effortlessly quiet, technologically omnipotent yet engagingly raw, luxuriously appointed yet brutally fast. It redefines what an American performance car can be, proving that the soul of an icon is not tied to the sound of pistons or the smell of gasoline, but to the sensation of being thrust into the horizon with relentless force, to the intimate connection between human intent and mechanical execution, and to the undeniable thrill of driving something that feels alive. It is not the end of the Camaro story, but rather its most compelling and sophisticated chapter yet, a perfect fusion of heritage and hypertechnology crafted for a new generation of enthusiasts.